In this video, we are going to see how we can configure different environment for the web application. So I'm going to use a new project. It's going to be an ASP.NET Core web application. I will create this project. I will call it Simple App Web. I have my application here. Then notice that we have appsettings.json and we have appsettings.development.json. Also, we need to take a look on the launch settings.json. If I click on this file here, I will see that it has a section, it's called profiles. Inside of profiles, there is like a different profiles. This is the first profile that by default that we are using. It has the name of the application, and we have the IIS Express. How can we manage the application to have a different environment, like a development environment, as we see here, and staging environment and production environment? So first of all, that we need to do, we need to create a profile for staging environment and another profile for production environment. What I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this profile here, and then I will rename that to have a development suffix on it. Then I will keep this as development. Then I will change the default profile to have a local environment. Then I will do the same thing and do a paste of that profile that I copied before, and I do staging. Then I need to change the ASP.NET Core environment to staging. Same again for production. So I will add production here. Then I need to specify production for ASP.NET Core environment. With that in place, so if I go to this arrow here, I can see different profiles. So I have development, staging, and production, and also by default, the simple app web profile. So to make sure that our application is pointing to the right file, so we need to create an appsettings.json file for each profile. So I'm going to copy this file here and then rename it to staging. I will do the same thing again. So I will copy that and then I will rename it to production. So now we have development, production, staging, and if I run the app right now, I will just go ahead and run the app. You will see that the app is running. So if I just go and change the profile, you will see the same result. That because we don't have any variables here for our environments. Okay, so first of all, so we are going to define a variable here. I will call it connection string. Then I will give it a value. I will call it development connection string, right? So, and then I will reuse that for production and then call it production. Then for staging, the same thing. I will call it staging. All right, so we have our environment ready. So make sure you are on development just to test that. So, but before testing that, I need to go to the controller because I need to access this connection string. To access the connection string, so we need to have the iConfiguration interface. Then we need to inject that here. So that was injected by default automatically. So, and here and will define a view bag, and then I will assign that connection string to it from the app setting file, which is going to be the connection string. So I will remove this one from here. I will go to the connection string that I just defined. This is the name of it. Then to display this one, so I need to have this view bag in the view of the controller, which is the home controller. It has the index view. So with the arrow bars and view bag connection, I will be able to see which connection string I'm using for which environment. So in place, so I can run the app. So now I am on development. I will run that on development. So here we go. So we have development connection string. So if I change that to a different environment, let's say I want to be to staging, then I run that again. So this is staging. Stop that. I will go back and then do the same thing for production. I will do production here and see if that is going to point on production. Perfect. So now everything is working. So let's see why, it's working this way. So as I mentioned before, length setting.json has the profiles that we need, to specify for each environment, and we did. So we specify one for development, and another one for staging, and another one for production. The key element here is the ISP core underscore environment. So whenever, we define this variable and give it like a value, production or staging or development or any value that is matching the app settings that value that JSON, automatically this profile will point on that app setting that JSON file. So for example, we gave this profile here production, so this profile automatically will look up for app setting dot this value or this ASP.NET Core environment, which is production.json, and then it will grab the value from that file, which is what we have done here in the controller. So each application will run the app.json file that match the profile that we just defined here. That's how it works. Thank you for watching. So for the next video, we are going to see how we can deploy our application in the real world, and we have different environment deployed and be accessed not just locally, but via internet or externally.